Okay, so like the guys who joined this session earlier, you might see those graphical like a node graph that keep moving, growing. Like that is actually literally my second brain growing. Like that is like not AI generated visualize. It's actually my second brain, and I will tell you later what does it look like and why like that. Okay, so let's start. We have 150 people now. Okay, so as you know, this is the Obsidian knowledge sharing, like how to build your second brain. I like this one because it's very short, second brain, and it's like give you a clear picture, like what am I going to tell you, and I believe it will be productive for everyone. So let's start our very first things, which is agenda. During the first hour, there will be 4 main section. The introduction, like why I have to tell you this, what are the problem, what are the pain point, and the second one is the main content. Like let's start from how we learn and why Obsidians. And the third one is like the showcase. Like I will show you what are the plugins, what are the demo that I use like in my everyday life. And the last one just feed forward, like for you to continue your learning. Let's start with disclaimer. Like this session explain how note-taking transform me. And like I said, this is public and it will be on YouTube public, right? So it's really hard for me to not show these notes without touching my personal life. Like I cannot show work-related content for sure. So I need to use my life as an example. And the thing is, I would like to give a warning. Like if you see something that I haven't censored yet, please say nothing. That is one of the things that I ask you. And the last one is like I'm not kind of any of life coach. So what I do here, I inevitably sharing my life, but I'm not telling you or anyone how to live a life. That is not what I do here. And the other thing is this session is focused on Obsidian application, but the idea is you can apply to any note-taking app. So I'm not telling you which is the best note-taking app. This is not what I'm telling you. And anyway, if you still choose Obsidian, there is a disclaimer that it's so addictive. So please don't forget your original purpose, which is taking notes. Okay, so let's continue. Where we can get Obsidian chat, I will tell you. Okay, so what I didn't cover here? I didn't teach you how to use Obsidian here. Sorry, I don't have enough time. And it's like I spent maybe like 2 or 3 months setting up. So it's 1 hour just to inspire you, and then you can continue your learning. And again, I'm not saying what is the best note-taking app. And I did cover the security, like how safe is the community plugins. This is something you should aware of. And the fourth one is like how to deal when your notes getting hacked. Like you can imagine if all your notes leak it to the internet, like you can deal by yourself. I don't know how to deal with that also, but you need to think about this. Okay, so let's continue. Let's start with the very first section, introduction. And again, for everyone who just coming in, like all the question and please ask left in the Slido and select, and I will answer afterward because we have really limited time. So let's start with the very first things, like what are the problems, what are the pain points? Like let's start with like, have you ever have these kind of problems? Like for example, the first one, like you want that picture that you took like last month or last year, but where is it? Like, are you scrolling to the date, but you cannot remember the date, right? So it's really hard and took some time, maybe took 5 minutes of your time. That is valuable time. And I don't want to lose that. And what else? You want to reuse the service that you use, maybe like you rent a motorbike in Phuket and you want to reuse that again because they give a very kind service, like a very good service, but you lost the contact for some reason. You cannot find a funny meme that you want to send to your friend now. Like it exactly suits the situation, and you lost that meme. It's like sad story, and you lost the movie that you plan to watch. You forgot to add that information in the slide that you are presenting. So these are the things that might sound stupid now, but you get the idea what I mean. Okay, then that is just a simple example of the problem. Let's start, continue with these legendary quartz. Let's start with the very first one, which is so obvious. The paleless ink is better than the best memory. So I think this one is obvious, like palette, like the lightest ink, right? It still lasts longer than any of your memories. So this is obvious. I don't think I have to explain anything. What else? Second one, I think, I'm not sure if it's popular in anywhere else of the world, but in Thailand, it's really popular. I think every Thai people know. In the English, it's so long. I just tell you the Thai version. Like the bottom part, like we just say, know them, know yourself, know themselves, know yourself. 100 wars, 100 wins. And I would like to emphasize, know yourself for now. What else? The third one, I'm not even sure if this said by Albert Einstein, but anyway, the quote is, the magic of compounding interest is truly the eighth wonder of the world. Like, it's very powerful. The keyword here is compounding interest. And okay, we have 3 quotes now. The Peerless Ink, know yourself, compounding interest, and what and why and how it related to Obsidian. You might have a question now, but trust me, I will go through that and tell you how it related to the quotes I gave you beforehand. But please try to understand what does it mean. Okay, someone just asked for a Thai version, and it's on the screen, but someone can just type on the chat to help him. And okay, next one. Who are you? Like, why should I listen to you? Why should you listen to me? Like, who am I? And no, you are not listening to me. You are because I collecting this information from YouTube and anywhere else. But anyway, I still have to claim, I don't know, to earn the reputation from you guys to make you trust me what I'm saying. And like first one, like one of my colleagues say, "Oh, you have so nice memory," but no, I'm not. I really like forgetful and easily to erase what I remember all the time. So it's not about memory; it's about note taking. I am number 1 top contributors by number of MRs in post booking, said by my manager. I also among of the top who reviews the most MRs in post booking also. I am one of the top 5 in the team by the number of interviews conducted. And yes, this is me. And please don't call me hard worker, like I really lazy person, but please call me efficient worker. And how can I be that efficient? Am I a monster? I'm not look like that. But anyway, okay, so that is to claim my reputation. Next, how we learn. If maybe you can raise a new poll, and then sorry, I tell you just so spontaneous. Like I also just want to know if any of you know this guy, a YouTuber. His channel is under his name, Ali Abdal. So he's a doctor, also entrepreneur, also author of bestseller, and also a YouTuber. I mean, like just being a doctor is half of everybody's time. I don't know how can he do 4 things at a time. I can handle maybe 2 more. And anyway, it's really I really respect him. He is like a wizard of productivity. Yeah, okay. I will see the poll later. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So you guys can visit his channel, like just search his name. But this as just some sample of the content. Like he tell me how to learn anything faster, how to build your ultimate productive system, how to remember everything. Like how can anyone remember everything? And how can organize your life building a second brain, right? He is very interesting, like a wizard of productivity, of memory, of learning. Like he's just my idol. And I will show you a very short. What does he say?
System, the second brain system helps you solve that problem. Now, I've been using this system for the last several years. I took Tiago's course, Building a Second Brain. And so in this video, we're going to be talking about why you should
No, not this one. Sorry. Should be this one.
Or anything obviously creative that requires you to do this kind of stuff. Well, the thing that Tiago argues, and I fully agree with him on this, is that basically every job in the world these days involves knowledge work of some kind. Bertrand Russell, back in the day, used to say that a job is moving matter at or above the Earth's surface, which I think is quite funny. In the world that we live in today, there is a third form of job, and that's moving knowledge, moving information, getting information as inputs, doing something with it, i.e. processing it, and then turning it into outputs of...
Okay, just this one is a key, like is a transfer of knowledge. So there is input, processing, output, and how do you process those information? How can you capture those input like effectively? So this is the key. And let's continue. And you can notice that he speaks really fast. That is like 1x, not 2x. Like his content, even 20 minutes, but it may be equal to 40 minutes or 60 minutes. And yeah, this is the other things. He also mentioned this one about this system, CODE or code. It just accidentally matched our work for some reasons. And okay, let's see what he say.
Which is the code system, C, O, D, and E. And once we've done that, I'm going to share with you some of my personal use cases so you can see what effect a second brain has had in my life. And then you can decide if you want to build one for yourself, if you want to get the book, any of that kind of stuff. And the key insight here is a quote from David Allen from the book Getting Things Done, amazing productivity book, which is that your brain is for having ideas, not for holding them. We spend so...
Okay, just this one. This is also a perfect quote. Like, I think it's obvious. Your brain was built just for having an idea, not for holding them. So not for memory. I think maybe maybe most of you guys already read this one. I never read, but I watch YouTube. But anyway, this is the key. Use your brain for the right function. Okay. Okay, that's mean like the very first one, capture. And how can we capture? That's what we come here. We want to do note taking. And what does it really mean, note taking? Let's start with what it is not first. Thinking is not note taking. A note that you throw away later is not note taking. A document that you lost is not note taking. A document that like where is it again is not note taking. What it is, it's just maybe just a simple pen and papers, or maybe an application like an Apple Note, a Notion, or whatever. You capture something and post on your social media like Instagram story. That is also a note taking. You take a picture to your phone, that's note taking. You screen capture, you're not taking. So these are all note taking. Just for it's like anything that you can recall later. And why should I note? It actually is just for yourself first. Like a very first important thing is like for work related, it's like design review to yourself first before you throw your idea to the other. If you don't decide, you review with yourself first, it's like maybe other people might not understand what you're trying to say. And then for your future self, it's like maybe 3 months later, 1 year later, you lost, like, what did I do? Like, it happened every time, right? For every engineer. It's very common problem, but again, that's why we have note taking. You don't want to remember it, but like this is a proof, a living things that like will help your future self. And also then it benefits others also because you can just throw this document, like give them a link. Super simple. And the best thing is like try to visualize it. So everybody understand, like nobody have time for read 2 pages, right? But people have time to take a glance of what it looked like in visualize. And thanks, Aman. This is what you did really great. Like I just have conversation with him maybe just last week. He showed me like what are the tasks that needed for solve this like a magical epic, right? And then there are dependency, like what need to do for, what need to do later, what are the status of those, and who will take which one. Like so he used color coding to visualize this function to like understand things like maybe in 1 minute or less. But if you imagine if you don't have the visualization, how long you're gonna take? And what else? Let me show you this example. Like manager can ask you, yo, why you made this change? It hurt something, it hurt the system. Why you do this to pigeon? And Mr. Paul will just throw this document to to his manager. Oh, it's because this one okay, we have this box before, we have pain point before, and before it looked like this, and then we propose this solution, and then after it look like this. After we have to draw this anyway to do a design review to yourself, right? Why don't we keep it? And we do a very great job at first, and then I believe it seemed like it might took more time, but it actually saves your time in the future. Yeah, so one of the example. And for everyone, you can, every note, we will have a slide note that reference to the main article. I have to censor everything again because this will be public and available on YouTube. So I have to censor, but you can click any reference in the slide note for future learning. Okay, so this is the time. I think we already opened that poll, right? So we don't have to open again. So I would like to understand like what kind of application you use for note taking now. So this is like a big landscape of all the application, the variety of it. And again, I not telling you what is the best application. You need to experiment and know yourself. But anyway, I will tell you my someone share screen. Someone steal my screen. Someone steal my screen. Why someone steal my screen? I will steal it back. Sorry. Okay, please don't do it again. Okay, so I will tell you my journey. So my journey is like before 2011. I just use simple pen and papers, and then I use Evernote, simple note, Notion. I think I should go faster. Only half an hour. Okay, so and then I found Obsidian 2000. But I just want to show you I have been experienced to certain kind of note-taking application, and so I think I have a good argument why I choose this one. Okay, why Obsidian? So simple three things that I can think of. First one, a very important one, the most important, the things that other application cannot provide, which is your notes are your notes. So Obsidian save your notes like locally. It sit right there in your local machine. It sit right there in your files explorer. And you can do bunch of everything else over that. Like you can feed this information to AI. You can integrate with your Git for version control, for example, because you can see the files, a Markdown file sit right there in your file explorer, in your Finder as a Mac. And second one, like you can make a connection between your nodes, like as in a Wikipedia. You can link and make a backlink. That is also amazing feature. And with this feature, you can build your personal knowledge. And the third one is like there are 2,000 community plugins, like a lot. And with this community plugin, it might solve your certain problem already, so you don't have to build things from the ground up. But it still doesn't meet your requirement. You still can, because you are all a developer, you can build your own plugins. Like I made 2 plugins already. It's very simple if you know JavaScript. Okay, so why not the others? Pen and papers, I think like it's lost ability to recall or search. Apple Note, let's talk about Apple Notes. The problem is like I unable to find a way to export my notes. Even if I don't have plan to change to other ecosystem, but I want to use my note as I want. And the ability to export is something that is necessary. Notion, like by design, it requires internet. And that is a thing. I know it have offline mode, but by design. And Simple Note is simple as it say. I use this for 4 or 5 years. I really happy user of Simple Note, but anyway, it cannot attach image and it's no formatting. As my knowledge 5 years ago. Google Drive doesn't made to be personal knowledge management. It cannot linking through Note. It can link, but by design it's not. And it's like a paper style, right? Google Docs. So not continuous flow. It's something that is not by design to be personal knowledge management. And Obsidian, it also have a major problem also, like the native app is just okay. Like you can, I am join the Discord. I know their development, like their team. I can say it's not that big. I mean, it's not a corporate, right? I think less than 20 or something. It's really small. And it's not open source, but the team is very small. So the native app is just okay. It needs a lot of improvement, but anyway, it's workable product. So I use for life now. And other issue is like it's so addictive. It's like playing Minecraft. Like you need to add dot, add this, and then maybe sometimes some people lost their first intention. And it's also a really high learning curve. It's a big time investment to set up the system that you want. It's just taking a lot of time. It take me 3 months. But anyway, I got my working product now, so it's a really good investment. Okay, next. First, your notes. Your note, what do you mean? It's like right here. iCloud Drive, like I can put my notes into iCloud and then I can see my notes like everywhere in my Apple ecosystem. And you can see like it's a Markdown file. This is my guitar chords, for example. And I can see the file, I can see Markdown file, I can move anywhere. I don't even have to open Obsidian. I can open this one in Visual Code and do whatever I have to do. For example, I can put in version control so I can see the version history. I don't have to rely on whatever provider provide me. Another use case. This is exactly what you need to do if you choose Obsidian and try to merge your personal life and work together. Like the first level of the is supposed to be your personal life and your work life, so that like all the work notes might contain the company related data, and you are not supposed to save this one outside of your company laptop. So we can solve this very simple in Obsidian because there's the left laptop is my laptop, right? My personal laptop. I push to Git, my GitHub repository. And then in my company laptop, I have a separate folder, right, for work. And then maybe I can set to a cloud drive for a backup. But I also can push to company Git. And then you can see that these are totally separated work information still in company laptop without going out to the internet. So you don't have a chance to lose your information, except your company got hacked, except the laptop company hacked. And the question is open question, like how can we solve this issue? Like, are you saving your company information to others company server or not? Second use case, like this one, knowledge sharing, how to use Obsidian. Like this one, like I'm sharing you guys now and again. I try to make this one public, right? So I cannot use work related information. So I need to use my personal life as a project. And I don't want to share you guys like my whole personal life. So I want to just split you maybe a part of my prefrontal cortex of my brain. So I just delete I just copy and paste the whole folder, right? And then I select like, okay, which one I would like to show you. So that's what I mean. I try to do that. And I can do this super simple because my files, my notes are my files. And how can we do this again in other application? It's like, do we need to recreate the account? Second, pros for using Obsidian, like making a connection. Like, I'm not sure, but I think every one of you have a sense that if you can make a connection between your knowledge, your information, it become a knowledge. Like as the illustration on the left side, like information turns to a knowledge when you find a connection, and then after you find a pattern, it become and know the inside of the information, it become a wisdom, and then you can make an impact to the world or to whatever based on the information, based on the wisdom you have. So making connection between your data is really important. And also it also increase discoverability. And Obsidian support this by design. You can see that there is even a local graph show here. And this is what I show you in the opening clip, which is my second brain. What else? I will show you a very funny example how to make connection. Like this guy, this article wrote by Miranda, and he just make a connection between Avenger Endgame and Git. Like, this is just a simple because you guys know how Git work. But if you imagine like you are a fan of Marvel and you don't know how Git work, reading this article, I think absolutely you will learn things so fast compared to read Git document. So this is the beauty of making connection. You can enjoy reading it later, but you get the idea. Okay, what else? Okay. Okay, this is real example. So let's say the scenario is you are researching on speech to text tools for some reason, and then you found OpenAI Whisper, which is a model to from OpenAI to turn the speech into text, right? And then later on, you try to find a tool, like you found this Hugging Face model, you found other application like Agoda, and like you making a connection that, okay, these are applications that use this model. And then you can see like it become a beauty that that it show graph like this. And then you can even, I mean, there are so benefit later on, but let's, I mean, it might just look cool for now, but trust me, later on I will show you how it will turn to wisdom. Okay. Okay, last one. Why I use Obsidian? Community plugin, which is a fun part of us, our engineer. Obsidian built on top of Electron. You guys know that Visual Code built on top of Electron, built on top of Electron, and it is just simple JavaScript. So it's time for you to make any plugin that you want. Like, for example, we have a very popular plugin that I want to show you here. First one is Dataview. It can query your nodes database, like give me every nodes that I star and have a tag, something, for example, and then it will list that node for you. Or you can do omni search, that like a fuzzy search. You don't have so it like search by semantic, right? Just not like not just regex search. What else? Copilot. Copilot is simply as its name. It use Gen AI, and you can ask anything to your nodes using Gen AI technology. Like you know how to use Copilot, ChatGPT, right? But this time you ask your knowledge. I will show you all these examples later. And yeah, Mr. Paul published two plugins. First one is quick share node, and second one is cursor position. I will show you later. Okay, let's start with the very first sample, Dataview plugin sample. The left part is the source code view. The right part is the reading view. So let's start with the right part first, reading view. So you can see that this is my home page. When I open Obsidian, I see the project that I'm working on. Like first one is the knowledge sharing that I'm doing it now. Like I keep adding new info there. The Straw Hat Crew costume, etc., which I will show you soon. What else? A to-do list. Like that, multiple to-do lists, but with the magic of Dataview plugged in with the query, I can show these to-do that come from different nodes. Like I highlight these three, but actually these three, like the first two are come from my project EDC Thailand, right? And the second one is just for my journal, like to donate unused clothes. And the last one is like another project that I am going to US on May. And these are the things that I have to do. And the left part, you can see that it's simply what you already familiar, the SQL. Like select whatever from, there is no select because it's not exactly SQL, but you get what I mean. There is a from, there is a where, there is a condition, those things. So you will feel enjoy building a query again here, if you enjoy already. What else? And wish list. Like a movie, I would say addicted. I like watching movie. I like listening to music, and I keep having like I mean we scroll Facebook, we talk to friend, and your friend told me, oh, this is Gangs of West Sapper that you should watch. So I collect this one into my node, into my brain, and I will watch later. And you can see that it's so beautiful that it can be a tab like this. Like these are the movie, these are the home and hobby that is under my wish list and with the query that I want. What else? Okay. We have 30 minutes left. How to note? Okay, how to note? I will go this very fast. Like there are a bunch of way to do a note, and many people have so many kind of favor. Like I just tell myself I use Para, which is Project Area Resource Archive. And anyway, you can learn later. That is like this thing that I don't know even how to pronounce. But anyway, I mean you can even invent your own way. But for me, I use Para. And okay, fun part, showcase demo. Okay, I think we have enough time. Are you ready to see my second brain, which is rainbow? Okay, let's go. So this is what I mean, compounding interest. My knowledge sharing is not a 1 week work. It's a 1 month work. It's not 1 year, but it's 1 month work. Like the first commit that I add the information is 20th of December. And today, the last day that I made the slide is 25 of January. So it's a one month work. And with the connection, you know, like it's not like I sit right here and work here for 1 month. It's not like that, but you get what I mean. Like whenever like I go to talk to friend and oh, this is so cool, let me add into the slide. I just use my phone and then I spend maybe 30 seconds of my time to make a new bullet, and then it will look like this. And then I just ask GenAI to turn into this slide or not. I'm not sure. I will leave this question later. And that I mean, like if you have enough time, the power of compounding interest become like so powerful. Real world use case. And let me open this one.
Obsidian sample use case. Step 1.
I think it's too slow. I will show you. So basically, like this is simple example. Maybe you got the idea during you work out at gym, right? And you add one more bullet, and then later on you are in office, so you start using maybe use GenAI to draft what are the things that you need to say, and then later on you scroll Facebook and you read the news that okay, there is a data center on fire in Singapore. So it's like make a connection, right, from the news to the knowledge sharing that you are trying to say about high availability. And then after you made that connection, then you add, and then later on you have a very information session because you use real world as an example. I mean, if you don't have enough time span, maybe you don't have this real world example as your to illustrate. Okay, I think that is from what I said, like the longer time span, the better, right? Because the idea, the creativity doesn't generate when you say, okay, I will do it now. It always like come when you read the news, driving a car, or even taking a shower, right? It happened to everyone. So make sure you seize them. Make sure you like capture them. Never let them fly away, or Mr. Paul will be really sad. What else? This is the fun part. Summary interview. I will show you a demo, like a live demo later on, but this is the idea. When I do an interview, everybody left a note. I'm not sure, but I left a note like when what he do, like, okay, this is a good thing he do, this is a bad thing he do, this is the thing that I have a question that we will ask him later on. So I not it's a bullet, right? And then I just ask, like since the real scenario, those advantages of him and the things that you question is not come in chronological order, right? But with the beauty of large language model, with the beauty of AI, I just ask them to summarize for me. Okay, what are the pros and cons? But again, I would like to mention that the judgment to give him pass or reject is under my judgment. It's not from the AI. I just ask AI to help me summarize, and then I review again. So please make sure that you don't use AI to make the judgment for you. And I also save, because I always do a high level design. So I always save what it is. What else? Use case. I'm a guy or person that always get ad hoc all the time, interruption all the time, and then maybe minute. I mean, I even question to myself, like, what am I getting interrupted? Like, why my time always leak somewhere? So that is the first thing, the first reason that I would like to set up this system. I would like to note whoever approach me. It might funny, but I mean, it take 5 seconds of your time. I will show you later. But like, you can see that I note. It's like not for blaming anyone, you know. It's for understand myself, because know yourself. And then, okay, he come with this issue, this guy, and it's use my time of this hour. And this is a reference to the thing that we talk on which time of the day. And maybe sometime this topic even link to the gene, to the thing, and then you make a connection again. So cool. And then you can make a data view to query like how many ad hoc you get per day. You can even build a graph. How cool. But not that big system. I mean, I have this enough. What else? Incident problem inside the team. Okay, this is also another use case. Like, we have problem all the time. We have incident all the time, especially my team. And these are information, you know, because like we build thing, we add new thing, we fix something based on the information you have, right? But wouldn't it better if we have a solid example? So we keep noting, and then we will like use this one to group, to categorize. Okay, these 3 of incident come from the same thing, and then you prioritize later, and then find solution, and then execution. I have 20 minutes left. Another case is, okay, this is the fun part. Know yourself again. So I write journal. I use day one to write my journal, and I have a 10 years collection of my journal. I mean, I didn't write every day, but I just write the moment that I want to remember, the good part, the bad part, the sad part. So I write the thing that touched me, and then I just try like experiment, export into Markdown and put it into Obsidian, and use AI to ask a question to my journals, like, when was the best day of my life? What is my MBTI? I'm so perfect. Can you, just in case, know what are the things that I should improve? Just kidding. And for example, this is the answer that Gen AI gave me. Like, I draw him, you can see that the green part, like draw him 10 years, and then, hey, can you give me what is the most happiness moment in my life? And gave me this day, December 2023. This is the day that I went to Wonderfruit event, which is the Thai-made event in Pattaya. And I met this guy, Chayapon, which is my colleague. And it's a music festival event, just that. And I feel really great. And I mean, I also feel so great that he recalled me. I mean, I'm not sure anymore. Like, I know myself more, or Jenny, I know myself more. But anyway, it's definitely not the best day of my life, because I never take a note every day. But I mean, it still feels so great that, you know, that someone told me, hey, this is the best day of your life. It still feels great. But nobody got the time for that. Come on. Anyway, no. First, you can make time, but to help that, you can use voice journaling. You no longer have to type anymore because the screen is too small. You can use your phone and speak. And it doesn't use native speech to text, right? Because that is not AI. You can use whisper, because it's very good model that turn your voice into a note, and even support multiple language. So that save maybe 5 minutes of your time. Okay, next one. Lower drum, which is the highlight of this presentation. The published document, which is also another feature that community plugin provide. Are you ready? Agoda, do you watch One Piece? If you do, please send some heart. I need to do this. I forgot. I will turn on. Bye. Okay, so that is about, and this is Luffy shirt. This is my little project for EDC Thailand that happened in Phuket, like just last 2 weeks, and this is simply just a music festival from US, right? And this is the first time in Thailand that they franchise to here, and it's super awesome. And anyway, I have a little project that I would like to do One Piece themed outfit. And my squad, my crew have 10 people, but only 2 of us know One Piece, like read manga. So the problem is, how can I encourage them, the whole squad, 10 people, to like into the One Piece like me, because they never know what about what this straw hat guy, what is the rubber things. So many researches I need to do, but still after research I need to tell my friend, like, am I setting up a meeting room, or like I don't have time for that, and my 10 people don't have time for that. So the thing is, I need to publish some document to my friends. So note-taking and quartz plugin come into rescue, because I need to publish this knowledge to my friend. Quartz is a static site generator. I mean, like you guys might know, like we even use it. So I make a note in an organized way. Like we have a table of contents. I have a brief information of the character. I have, okay, if you want to portray a cosplay like him, what are the items you need? What are their hair color? And maybe photo reference, because I want some photo, right? I really have limited time, because I want to take both photo and I also have to enjoy the music. So need to do things like really fast. And okay, this is for you engineers. First, you can see the diagram. So my Obsidian, and then I draft document that I need to draft, and then I do a git push to GitHub. And then your favorite thing, CI/CD, is automation, right? So I set up my CI/CD to use quartz that transform those nodes into static sites, and then deploy to Vercel or Cloudflare in my case. You can enjoy this thing because these are public, like I happy to share. And this is the result. Sorry. Sorry, 1 second.
All started because as for One Piece fan, I wanted to go to the EDC Thailand in style. I proposed One Piece themed outfit idea to my friend, and everyone was in. Something like the Gum Gum totem was crafted on the spot in Phuket, DIY all the way. We waited around with a makeup and hairstyle right before the event, and here's the result of the Straw Hat Pirate crew at EDC Thailand Day 2.
That is okay. So yeah, that is just to claim that I think I made a successful project, which is a fun project. Yeah, like this, the photo reference that I saved, I did exactly what I did the time that Chang gave me the hat. My friends, the flags. This one, Alabasta reference, like the mark of our friendship. So I made everything that I plan to do, and believe me, it's not. I mean, like this is the project that I want to do, right? And believe me, like with this organized approach, it use less time than, I don't know, use line and messaging application and keep talking. What other things you could note? You can note your personal budget. Like I cannot open this one because this one say in Thai. But anyway, you get the idea. Like you can note every expenses of your day. Like I do it weekly. Like we have a record, right? I mean, we are cashless society. So like I put a record every my transaction, or like there are so many productive ways to use less of your time. And if you have any question about it, you can ask me. But anyway, the result of it, like at the end of the year, you might again know yourself. What are the expenses you pay the most? Like for me, it's experiences, casual food, for example, and then you might have to deal whatever you have to do about your information you have, your asset allocation, your investment, like maybe Thai stock is growing too too big. You want to shift to other market, something like that. One other things, I have Spotify soundtrack of my life. Like it's not just like song, it's like soundtrack of my life, for example. And I mean, it's really bring me to like bring me turn back time, like not a physically but the memory. Or bodybuilding, like you can track your progress, your reps, your set, your weight. So I mean, if you don't track, I mean I don't remember what the weight I lift maybe last week. I mean I remember the bench press, but I cannot remember maybe the laterals or something. But you get the idea. Okay, record. Health, like your blood pressure, your posture, record. Again, your brain built for what? Your brain doesn't build for holding them. Again, you see, I don't have good memory. Investment that I show you. I have 10 minutes left. Feed forward. Okay, the question that I left, open question, like did I turn notes into today's slides using GenAI? And no, I didn't. Because like you can see that is very fancy. But I mean the fact is it's just a matter of time, right? So it's just a matter of time. What should you worry when you build your second brand? So never save your sensitive data because you shouldn't trust community plugin. So use the password manager, like whatever you use. So none of your nodes should have sensitive data at all. Not your second factor, two-factor authentication. Not your password, not your credit card number. Make your, like there are backup rule, right? You make sure you backup. And ask yourself all the time, like, is it the node that if it leak, what is the impact of it? Make sure it doesn't hurt you. What are other productivity tools you should explore? First, of course, ChatGPT, like every one of you should use already, and the similar. But like, you use it like in which level? And I don't know. I just feel like just tell in my case, like the simple thing that you can add if any of you doesn't use it yet, like you can do something like if you want to learn how wound development work in how body work, like you can, I mean you can learn something, some news or out of your domain really fast. Just tell them like explain me like I am 5. It's really simple. Or give me analogy, because you can make a connection from that analogy, right? Like I do all the time, like can you give a simple analogy as a restaurant, for example, and make you learn things very fast. Maybe it's not a fact, maybe it's too simplified, but it helps you have a small seed to grow. A prompt engineering, I think you all know. And the last one is personalization, custom GPT. Like I'm not native, right? But I try to learn. So let me show you what I did. It's very simple. This one. So like let me show you in action first. Like okay, I just read something and then I got this vocabulary. If I put this text in just normal GPT, it just give me useless information, right? But if I put into my custom GPT, like it give me what I want to do. No? Is it did what? Let me try again. 1 second. Sorry. So embarrassing. Let me try again this way. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. This is the result that I expected. So I asked ChatGPT to make a custom GPT that whatever I provide you, please give me an IPA, the part of speed, the synonym, so I have my dictionary, the version that I want. Like, so I don't have to go to other services. Give me the sample sentence, for example, or even translate. Like I will show you what I write. Okay, never mind. What else? Raycast. I think this is just for me, Alfred successor. It's like a keyboard first of Spotlight. Like I can, I don't know. Let's try it. Maybe convert this thing into different or resize. I just command space and then resize the image. So fast, so quick, so easy. So let's check it out. The last one I just know this morning, like my colleague gave me a dimensional personality test. So it's just for, again, the first code that I gave you, know yourself. Like it's basically just similar to 16 personality test, but it have more insight information about your friend. And I really like what they put in the first page of their website, know yourself. So it's really good. I have 4 minutes left. Okay, which is in time. Any action item for you guys? Like at least please check these 5 things. The code COD approach, like check this YouTube, 3 codes, the Obsidian official website. And I also have my starter kits if you don't want to develop everything from the ground up, if you don't like playing Minecraft. So just check my project is a public one, it's open source. So you can clone and then you can get exactly what I just showed you, like the homepage, like that will query all your to do. But again, I mean, this built for me, so maybe it doesn't fit you, but as a starting point. And last one, after party. So if you still have any open question, please go to this Slack channel. I plan to make this channel to become a community for a learner. And this is the first video that you see before you join, before I steal the screen. Again, this is exactly my second brain growing over time. I use for 6 months, it's keep growing, and I make connection between nodes. And so it's like, hello, who are you? And Obsidian just earned me, I'm your second brain, boss. Okay, it's very beautiful. And this is my whole graph. And again, about this illustration I got from my colleague, Perth Jirayu. He just throw me away, and then I said to Obsidian, it's like so cool. It's very easy to understand. And do I know beforehand that I will use this one in this knowledge sharing? The answer is no. How can I know? I'm not a fortune teller. Something like that. And later on, you will know that everything is connected. Making a connection, like the first graphic. Again, it's not Gen AI. I snapped this one from my New Year party. And then like, oh, this one will be in my Obsidian knowledge sharing, for example. It's so cool. It's like, look exactly what I want. So it's all connected. And that is. Thank you, everyone.